How's it going, my peeps? It is now time for the TNA No Surrender prediction game video. In the background, Austin Aries versus a member of Aces and Eights. This is actually the one with a lot of neck fat. He's the one that shows up, pops up on screen and talks. And in one segment when he was talking, you could see the guy wasn't very lean. But yeah, I don't know what his name is. We don't know any of the names of the Aces and Eights guys, but it's that guy. I do know that Luke Gallows, I think, is one of the Aces and Eights members, but that's pretty much all I know, and that's like from the dirt sheet, so I don't even know if that's actually true. But anyways, yeah, so I'll go over the predictions for the show. I'm gonna say, No Surrender is like the worst built-up pay-per-view ever, at least this year's No Surrender, because practically every single match, for this card was announced the week of the pay-per-view, the last Impact. All the other Impacts, we didn't have any announced matches, so it's very last minute, and this is No Surrender. This is the pay-per-view right before their biggest pay-per-view, Bound for Glory. So, in some way, you could say this is TNA's Royal Rumble because at this pay-per-view, they determined the #1 contender, the guy that's going to main event the show, that's going to face off for the World Heavyweight Championship. So for a pay-per-view like that, I assume they want the largest amount of people to view the pay-per-view, purchase it, and stuff like that. But when you don't build the matches up, and really everything is like at the last minute and stuff like that, then I don't think, there's going to be as much interest from the fans into, the booked matches. I know, we all knew that at No Surrender we were going to have at least 4 matches, concerning the Bound for Glory series, the semifinals and the actual finals, but the actual matches that we were going to have weren't announced, so we didn't know who was going to face who in the, in the finals of the Bound for Glory series until this week on Impact. I mean semifinals and finals too. Well, we don't know the finals, that's for sure, since we actually have to see who wins the semifinals to determine the finals. So that's, normal, but like I said, we didn't know the semifinals of the Bound for Glory series matches until this week on Impact. And if you just stumble upon this video and you're not a subscriber, I just want to let you know I'm not a TNA basher or a TNA hater, so don't assume things. I've actually been enjoying Impact a lot more than Raw lately, but if I don't like something, I'm gonna point it out. That's all I'm doing here. So anyways, enough about that, enough about, I guess you could call it complaining. Not really, I wouldn't say it's complaining. I'd say it's more like constructive criticism. Although I doubt TNA is actually going to watch this, or anyone in the booking team is going to watch this and take this advice and use it. I'm pretty sure they don't go around on YouTube and search for gameplay commentaries and stuff like that. Anyways, let's get down to the predictions, and let's start off with the Knockouts Championship. Miss Hessmacher versus Tara. It's, I guess, student versus teacher, teacher versus student. So, Tara being the teacher and Hessmacher being the student, obviously. I think this match should have happened at Bound for Glory, just because it's, a teacher versus student match. I think this would have been more fitting for Bound for Glory, especially if they didn't actually have the match on Impact, but they did. So I guess it's okay for No Surrender now, because they did have the match on Impact, so it kind of makes it less important. But anyways, on a more serious note, who do I actually think is going to win the match? Tara or Miss Hessmacher? She's going to retain, or is Tara going to win the championship? I don't know, it's a bit of a tough one to predict. Hessmacher just recently lost the title to Madison Rayne and recently got it back. Would they really, flip-flop the title that much? She just lost it. Well, she won it shortly after she lost it to Madison Rayne. And then, like, the week after, she wins it back. And then, if Tara wins here, then obviously it would change hands once again. So, bottom line, we've had a bunch of title changes lately in the Knockouts division. I guess I'm going to go with just Miss Hessmacher, just because she just, recently lost the title. And I don't think she's going to, I guess, lose it again this soon. But I could be wrong, and they could, change the title. with Terra and they could have a rematch at Bound for Glory or something like that, which I could see happening. But anyways, after that, you've got the X Division Championship, Zima Ion defending his championship against Sanjay Dutt. Those two guys were the last guys in that Ultimate X match they had at Destination X, which Zima Ion would win because he would spray the hairspray on Sanjay Dutt's eyes. So now I guess this is a rematch, one-on-one match between the two, and I still think Zima Ion is going to win this one, and he's going to come out on top here. I don't think Zima Ion's losing the title anytime soon. I think he's going to be holding on to that championship until Jesse Sorensen returns, whenever that is. I know in the past I said I didn't think Bobby Roode was going to win the title, lose the title anytime soon until James Storm would take it off him at Bound for Glory, and I also said I don't think Gail Kim's going to lose the title anytime soon until Velvet Sky beats her for the championship, and I know I was wrong on both those occasions, but I think I'm gonna be right on this one. Although, we'll see if I'm right this time or if I'm wrong once again and he loses the title against some random superstar I never expected to take the championship off him. And then you've got let me see here. Oh yeah, you've got Magnus versus Rob Van Dam. This match was definitely put together, I guess, at the last minute, at the last moment. You just had on this week's Impact, Magnus talking trash about RVD getting mad, hitting him, and then fighting, and that's, pretty much it, and that's why we're gonna see this match. So, as far as the winner for this match, I don't know, it's such a random match that I don't know who's gonna win this, but I guess I'll pick Magnus. When you look back at the last time they fought on pay-per-view, Rob Van Dam won, so maybe Magnus wins this one. Although, it wasn't a one-on-one match last time. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Magnus winning this. And afterwards, you've got the Tag Team Championship match, and it's gonna be a rematch. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, the Tag Team Champions. The World Tag Team Champions of the World versus Kurt Angle and AJ Styles. The last time they fought on pay-per-view, Slammiversary, was a freaking awesome match. Their following match on Impact was, wasn't as great, but, these guys could have put on some great matches. I'm definitely looking forward to this one, because this is also a hard one to predict, because I honestly thought that they were going to have this match at Bound for Glory. I thought, it'd make for a great match at Bound for Glory, but looks like they're having it at No Surrender instead this Sunday. Now, if it was at Bound for Glory, then I would have definitely went with Kurt Angle and AJ Styles winning this. But now that it's, on the No Surrender pay-per-view, I'm not too sure about that. But with Christopher Daniels losing so many matches, I'll just go with AJ and Angle winning this anyways, even if it's not at Bound for Glory, and then maybe they could have a rematch at Bound for Glory. And then afterwards, you've got a Bound for Glory Series semi-final match between Bully Ray and James Storm. And although I do think Bully Ray is involved somehow with Aces and Eights and he's part of them, I'm actually gonna go with James Storm on this one. And it's not because I think Bully Ray is leaving TNA or anything like that. Actually, it was just recently announced that he signed a 2-year contract, so it looks like he'll be staying for a while. But despite that, I still think James Storm is going to win this, and he's definitely going to move on to the finals. And then you've got another semi-final match, Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe, so it's a rematch from Impact. And this one's harder to predict, because I could see both these guys actually winning this match. But I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy on this one. I might be wrong, but hey, that's my prediction for that match. And now the actual finals, James Storm versus, well, actually the finals, depending on your prediction, could be different. So for the prediction game, give me your predictions for every single match, and also give me your prediction on who you think is going to win it all. Who's going to win the actual, final match? Who's going to be the Bound for Glory Series winner? So, in my opinion, the Bound for Glory Series winner is going to be Jeff Hardy. So, yeah, that's my pick. It's going to be fun to see if I get it right or not. And then finally, you've got Austin Aries fighting against an Aces and Eights member. You don't need to give me a prediction for that because it's not an actual match, it's a fight. That's why I made this simulation a knockout match. So in the comment section, give me your predictions for every single match on the card and tell me who you think is going to win the Bound for Glory series. If you enjoyed this video, as always, you can click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And with that said, check out WrestlingGamer.com, check out the Facebook pages and the Twitter pages. All the links are in the description box. Thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I'm out. See ya.